Good afternoon, it's Battlefield 5 Embargo Lift Day for the beta content, and boy have I got a stonking round for you. I wasn't really sure what to release for this Embargo Lift because I'm sure that every YouTuber under the sun has posted a million different breakdown videos about different weapons or the new stuff. But I just had a really good round with Tommy T999. We worked together as a bit of a duo using buddy revives, things like that. And basically I just thought, you know what, this round is actually really good content. It showcases a lot of the map, lots of kills with the STG and a few little kind of skirmishes against a tank. But yeah, so basically I'm going to be offering some light commentary throughout just to discuss a few little things that I think are worth discussing. But generally, it's just some hot gameplay. So sit back, relax, and enjoy in glorious 1440p. First of all, I just wanted to showcase some of the weapon customization that's available in the beta. It's nice to see that it's not just like a full skin for the weapon. You can actually unlock different stocks and grips and things like that. So you can really customize the weapon and make it your own. In the grand scheme of gameplay, I didn't really notice these skins on other players, but obviously it's a personable thing for you and your gun. All in all, quite liked it. I want to see more. We were a little bit late getting into the round, as you can see. There's a few tickets gone, some of the points are already capped, so we grabbed this little half track and tried to push up to the first point. And it was swiftly dealt with the Panzer, so I decided to ditch this down this little side here. Now this area of the map actually quickly became my favourite area of the map to kind of play in, because it's really some nice deep cover from the kind of left hand side because you're so low to the ground, but you can really push forward in like a nice little lane down towards B and across to kind of the enemy spawn without really being worried about being shot from any kind of crossfire. When you climb up here onto the kind of dock by B, there's lots and lots of destructible cover, but obviously if they can't see you, they're not going to just destroy all the cover just to see if they can flush a random man out. Tommy went down to a tank here, and unfortunately the tank's kind of overwatching him, and I wasn't able to kind of get the buddy revive this early on. But some nice kills and generally just pushing up to B. One thing I do think is worth noting is that I can't have dynamite and panzers now. So the tanks are a little bit stronger in this beta. I do think that it's not quite there yet, but it's certainly more kind of towards where I'd want it to be for the tanks. The STG is still quite powerful at medium range, but it's not too powerful. I did have to put quite a lot of bullets into that guy. So we've skipped ahead. I'm still hunting this tank that basically retreated from one panzer. And he's kind of setting up on A. I think they just accepted that they'd lost B. Kind of left myself a little bit exposed here. I haven't really got much cover in that building, and the tank dealt with me pretty quick. But I think I get like a random medic guy comes up and revives me in a sec, and we're going to deal with this tank shortly. Yeah, here we go. So as you can see at the moment, A is very exposed at the bottom. There isn't much fortifications that have been built up. But I'm not going to discuss fortifications too much in this video because Tommy's done an entire video on fortifications. So if you really want to know in depth about the fortifications in Battlefield 5, then check out Tommy's video, also on our channel. What I really like about this map is it's got really good laning. So I was going to go down that way to B, but my health's a bit low and there was two guys there, so I thought, well, I'll flank round by the river and see if it's a bit easier. And I actually come up on a whole group of enemies and shoot them in the back. Obviously, there's no 3D spotting in Battlefield 5 as such, and so it's quite easy to get. If you're good with your positioning, you can actually flank entire squads of men and just riddle them down before they've even realised that you're there. I like how every area in this map has its own feel to it. So B, this White House area is completely unique to the map. There's nowhere else really like it. So quite a lot of people have said that this map is essentially a chimeric love child between Seine Crossing and Amiens, and I'm inclined to agree. I actually think it's better than both maps put together, though. There's some nice verticality with this bridge here, and just like I said before, the laning is so good on this map. You can really, you can run through the train here, so you're not going to get shot from either side. You've got quite a lot of cover. It's such a good infantry map, and there is room for tanks to kind of like roam around on E, A and B. Potato Man. I'm not sure. Oh, well, I've got no excuse. I missed that guy horribly. But I'm going to assume he's dead because I did 90 damage to him. And then likely that guy up there was running up to the health kit in front of us. Probably on about 10 health, and I just whipped his head off. Not sure why that wailing woman decided to scream at us as she was running at us with a pistol, but no, it's alright. So you can see some fortifications coming up on A now, which just means that you're so much more secure when you're holding that point and pushing forward. And I really, really rate the fortifications on this map. They're not just a gimmick, they genuinely alter the gameplay. As you can see, Tommy T999 there just climbed up on the boat, and I went through to follow him. So you don't just have to use the ladders to kind of climb up out of the canals, which means that you're not getting choke pointed too much, which is nice. Now this sea point, there's lots and lots of windows, all these buildings around us. You can get in those buildings, and you know, an MG bipoded on the window can be quite devastating. But that's not inside the cap zone. You do have to be in the courtyard to be contesting the cap. The bridges can also be destroyed, and I think that you have to be a support player to reinforce the bridges, to build them back up.
Alert, objective Taser is being lost.
There's kind of like a little market dock place here by B. And it seems like it's quite well fortified. There's lots and lots of cover that you can use. And like those guys stood up there, then they're just in the open really, and we're quite well defended by these boxes. But there is of course a tank up there who's just blown my face off. One thing I wanted to mention is that they've added a give up thing to the bleeding out, so you can actually die a lot quicker if you want to. But I think the buddy revives are really, really useful because it stops ticket bleed. Obviously, it doesn't count as a death if you're buddy revived. So I think if you're working as a team with your squad, there's no reason why you can't use those buddy revives. I dive in here for a bit of cover from the tank, but there is a sniper up on the bridge who, well, it's not a sniper actually. I think it's a support player. Yeah, support player who dealt with me. Back onto this kind of riverside of B, and again. So much cover around there until somebody runs up behind you with a shotgun.
Scheiße! Helft mir, schnell!
Scheiße indeed. I like that you can spectate your teammate when you're going to kind of respawn on them, because you can then decide, okay, that it's a safe spawn. I'm not going to get dice pleased. I'm not going to spawn in and instantly die. So you'll notice that I just stuffed a little med bag into my pocket there. Oh no, hang on, I'm about to be Jackie Chan's. Yeah, there we go. That's the Jackie Chan DLC. It's been added to the beta. I actually did get shot in the back, but never mind. So yeah, that little med kit you can see on the HUD just next to my health at the bottom. I've got med kit 0. So if a medic throws you a med pack, it doesn't use it automatically. You have to hold 5 and it'll use it. And you can pick one up from the resupply points. And if you're on full health, it means that you can resupply yourself to full, or heal yourself to full, by using the medkit. Obviously, support station's going to give you ammo and little ammo pouches, and the medic station's going to fill up that medic thing for you there. So you just saw that. It did have bullets on it. I'm not sure what happened there, whether it was just a visual bug, but yeah, I picked up a medkit. So I've now got an extra med pouch that I can heal back to full if I get damaged with by holding 5. The STG is still a really good gun, but the FG42, the support weapon's actually, comparable to a bar, really. Very high rate of fire, pretty decent support rifle. Again, I'm really pushing it to this riverside of B because I think it's such a good area. You can flank out people that are on D and B quite easily. and just shoot them in the side, and they're not really looking out to the off to the edge of the map. But it's just a really nice lane to run down with lots of cover. I think I highlighted this specific bit of footage here because the attrition really starts to kick in. Mainly because I'm whiffing a load of my shots, but I'm actually having to resort down to pistol because I've run out of ammo. And because I'm killing people at kind of medium range, I'm not able to get to their bodies to pick up all the extra ammo. So I do think this is showcasing how the attrition actually plays into the gameplay. You know, if I'd have had access to an STG with bullets, maybe I'd have killed that guy. So at this point I was running through, kind of looking for a way through from, I think, C through to D. And I got caught upstairs in like a bit of a maze. And there was a few people down below me who I riddled full of bullets. Luckily that guy seemingly has no idea what's going on, and I was able to completely annihilate him. But then the guy killed me through the smoke there. Fans of Amiens are going to enjoy kind of like the little stairwell fights inside. Just some such varied gameplay really on this map. You've got super close range infighting inside the buildings. There's large open spaces where tanks and other infantry can fight at range. You've got the bridge for kind of sniping. I think it just has such a really well thought out smattering of gameplay styles to be played on this level. One thing I think it does suffer from is people running around, kind of doing a bit of a ring around the rosy. And they're going A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, and just running in a circle and capping. But I kind of implore you to try out some of the fortifications. Obviously, a lot of them have been built up around here on B. And look at this. I'm able to kind of shoot this guy through a tiny little gap in the cover. I'm completely covered from the front, and even from the right a little bit as well. But go against the grain. Don't just follow your whole team in a big circle on this map. Kind of think about, okay, where do I need to cut off the enemy? We've got B, we've got A. Okay, well, maybe I should go for C or maybe D. And try and predict with your squad where some enemies are going to come, and then use the fortifications to kind of give yourself an advantage. I wasn't sure where this V1 was going to go, but it goes on to B, so we're going to push forward into there. After some men's have been cleared out.
Objective Dora is now our soldiers.
Got a bit of foot shooter online there. And you can't argue with the grenade. I've not really got too much to say about these next few clips. There's just a few little nice battles I had in some interesting areas of the map, so I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy. I think I should have got a few more kills there than I did. I mean, I damaged them a bit, but I didn't really kill anyone. Probably should have wiped a squad there. And I'm going to pay for it in a minute because somebody's going to run around the corner with a shotgun and drill me with the drilling. There we go. So I would have been using the double barrel, but I don't think I would have got anywhere near as many kills or been as effective. Maybe if I'd have decided, right, I'm going to sit and defend one specific very close range point, maybe C or D. But the STG I thought was just so versatile at range and at medium range. But the shotgun will outdo it at close range because you can pretty much one-hit kill. So we're getting towards the end of the round. It's been really, really close. There's like 140 tickets each. Just wanted to showcase some maneuverability here. Like, there's so many different routes you can take to get from each point. You don't really have an excuse. If one area is blocked off, then go a different way. Find a way around.
Objective Dora is now ours.
There's some really nice use of the fortification coming up in a second. So I'm kind of caught out in the open a little bit, and I decided, right, I'm going to go to C and kind of kill these guys from the side. That guy takes an absolute riddling. He's got 2% health left, and I lost him. So I skip ahead, and I think I find him later on. Here we go. This little bit of fortification here comes in handy a lot here. You can see that essentially it's kind of forcing them to fight me in like a bit of a funnel, really. I was able to deal with them one by one, and yeah, really useful fortification there. We're super close to the end of the round here, and I just wanted to kind of I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit and let the tension build. Who do you think is going to win? Are we going to win? Are they going to win?
Attention.
As the round kind of draws to a close, I get caught out in the river here, and there's really not much else that can be done. I just have to watch as we unfortunately lose to
Objective Caesar.
by 7 tickets, I think. But really, really close game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Some really solid infantry gameplay that wasn't just like shotgun dead, shotgun dead. You can see my score here. I've got quite a good KPD, which, you know, for me is quite rare, guys. So I'm going to revel in that. But yeah, really, really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. Roll on the beta. If you want to see more Battlefield 5 videos, check out the 2 that are linked above. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and tell me in the comments, did you enjoy this style of commentary? Do you prefer the more scripted style videos that I do? Or, you know, what do you want to see? We're going to be playing a lot of Battlefield 5 on our Twitch channel, so look forward to that. See you guys on the streams. Good noon.